Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the South Carolina Gamecocks. I have a quick recruiting update along with the spring football update for you South Carolina fans out there. We're going to start out with the recruiting side of things. Currently, under Shane Beamer, they sit with the 8th best class in the country. They currently have 5 players committed, and I'm going to go ahead and read those off, tell you who they are. So, first off, we have 4-star offensive tackle Cam Pringle, a top 50 player in the country. 4-star tight end Michael Smith from Savannah, Georgia. 4-star linebacker Wendell Gregory from Marietta, Georgia. 4-star wide receiver Mazio Bennett from Greenville, South Carolina. And then they have 4-star quarterback Dante Reno, who's the 18th ranked quarterback in the composite. Some of their top targets, and I mean some top targets, some big fish out there for Shane Beamer. Starting things off, we have Dylan Stewart, 5-star edge rusher out of Washington, D.C. We've seen South Carolina have success in this area of the country, especially with Nicholas Harbor in the 2023 class. Other top contenders for Dylan Stewart include Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Penn State, just to name a few. He has some visit plans already lined up. Penn State, South Carolina, Colorado, and Oregon. Those ones are in the near future. I'd say Penn State, South Carolina, out of those 4 teams should be feeling pretty good. But from what he's said about these 4 teams, I'd say Colorado and Oregon fans should be feeling pretty good, given the fact that he's coming all the way across the country out to the Pac-12 to pay them a visit. And he's spoken very highly of Oregon, like the brand, the school, and then he's also talked very highly of Coach Prime. So there's that in that recruitment. I expect that recruitment to go on for a very long time, probably to the end of the cycle, probably late December, maybe January. A lot of teams in the running for Dylan Stewart. South Carolina is one of them. Next up, we have 4-star D lineman Justin Green out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. South Carolina fans should feel pretty good about this one. Many people, including myself, think the Gamecocks are in the lead for this recruitment. Some other contenders include Clemson, Auburn, Notre Dame, and Georgia Tech. Visit-wise, he's already been to South Carolina 4 times, and it looks like it could be 5 or 6 times over the summer, maybe for an official visit in June, maybe an unofficial here late April. We'll just have to see there. Yeah, I think Justin Green, he'll end up being a Gamecock when everything's said and done. Next, we have Josiah Thompson, 4-star offensive tackle out of Dillon, South Carolina. Thompson has been a top target for Shane Beamer and Coach Jimmy Lindsey for a very long time. He seems to be all but committed to South Carolina, as they are viewed as a big-time favorite to land him. Clemson is probably the biggest threat at this moment. Overall, I'm sure the staff and the fan base at South Carolina feels pretty good. And then the fourth top target I have is Kelvin Hunter, 4-star safety out of West Florence, South Carolina. So the common trend is Shane Beamer's hitting the home state pretty hard, as he should be. There's a lot of talented players in South Carolina. But just like Josiah Thompson, South Carolina, they're probably a big favorite right now to land Kelvin Hunter. It's been a very quiet recruitment, but I'd say that's good for Shane Beamer. Just knowing he's in the driver's seat right now. There hasn't been any noise going on around the country and other teams coming in and taking away Kelvin Hunter from Shane Beamer. Now on to spring ball. I just have a few notes here from what I've been hearing about players in practice and how things are going. Some players standing out to me, defensive lineman Jamal Weiss has been a bright spot. He's a sophomore this year, and a former 3-star recruit he's only seemed to be getting better. Coming out of high school, he wasn't really regarded as a top player in South Carolina's recruiting class, but now on the field, he's showing those rankings probably weren't true, probably weren't accurate, which is always a good sign. Wide receiver Eddie Lewis, the transfer from Memphis. This is a very underrated pickup. He looks to be a big difference maker in 2023, and right now, as the spring ball goes on, as the offseason keeps going, it looks like Lewis could be a big-time option for Spencer Rattler in the passing game. And I'm sure South Carolina fans are excited about Marcellus Dial. He's looking to be the leader of the defense this year. They're losing all-SEC performer Cam Smith. He's going to the draft, projected first-round pick. So they're going to need a guy to step up. So far, it sounds like Dial has been an alpha both by his play and leadership. And then back to the offense real quick. Spencer Rattler, as I just previously mentioned, he seems to be grasping the offense very well under Dow Logans as spring ball is underway. Now, we saw a glimpse of Spencer Rattler at his best at the end of the season last year. When South Carolina beat Tennessee, they beat him badly, and then they finally got a win against Clemson and Dabo Swinney. Now, if that play can carry over, which it has been right now in the offseason, but if that can carry on into 2023, the season Spencer Rattler in South Carolina, the team can get 8-9 wins, even though they probably have one of the hardest schedules in the SEC this year. We just never know how far a good quarterback can take you. But a player to know, and a guy we need to pay attention to as spring ball rolls on, in the offseason for that matter, that would be Desmond Umeozulu. Now, you lose a guy like Jordan Burch, who didn't put the production on the field to match his rating and expectations coming out of high school. But now you're looking to fill that hole. Where else would you rather look than a true freshman who's developing faster than many people around the program thought he would? Umeozulu was a top 150 prospect in this past cycle. I'm very familiar with him. With his frame, he brings a lot of versatility to the defense, and that versatility could be the deciding factor whether he plays in 8 to 10 games this year or he finds himself a starting job at edge or on the defensive line. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. South Carolina fans, let me know down below your favorite player on the team right now. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.